I am really appreciative of your presence, and that was actually quite a very fantastic journey that we had. So thank you for coming because you're here today because I actually want to know from you guys, how did you experience Linda's practice, and a bit more in the sense of, would you refer this practice to people? Nafisa, you were my very first client. Can you just speak about how did you come across Linda's practice?
Linda, to be honest, that is actually a very tricky question, if I can put it that way. Because I actually have no idea how I came about getting your number in the first place. But one thing I can say is that as a new mother at the time, because it was my very first baby, and although I was 28 when I was pregnant, and when I conceived, I was 29. You know, when it is your first child, you are very doubtful and you have a lot of questions. And for most of the time, you're so frightened and you just want everything to be perfect, if I can put it that way. So as jy vir my moet vra waar ek jou nommer gekry of hoe ek gekom het aan jou, I have no idea. But it's almost like it should have happened that way. Because
divine appointment.
Yes.
Divine appointment.
Oh, sorry.
Yes.
Because also because I'm not from Uitenhage, and obviously I don't have a big support system here. I needed someone to sort of support and guide me.
Yeah.
And when I saw your number and I read, I almost think I found it on Facebook, because I was looking for either a midwife or a doula or a professional that can guide me through this journey, and I came across you. So I read through all your credentials and your services, and I just knew at that point in time that I have to make contact with you.
Wow, thank you so much. Cindy, you were also of the most recent, or just after her. I had a call from you.
Yes, I actually got your number from when I phoned Kyla Clinic, because that's one of the services that they list on their website.
Yeah.
And I think when I phoned the receptionist, she informed me that because of the pandemic that we're going through and lockdown and all of that, that unfortunately the service has been suspended, so they're not currently doing it, and they transferred me to the maternity ward. And the lady, the nurse that answered the phone, immediately said, Sister Roscoe. And she was actually asking around in the maternity ward for the telephone number. And when I phoned, actually the reason why I decided is, yes, it's my second child, but my first time experience taught me that I need this. It's very important to have that support structure, as Nafisa has mentioned. And I'm forever grateful.
Exactly. It doesn't matter whether it's your first, your second. It's just a matter of, I want to do this for myself, and I can learn something out of that. Out of that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that you come across me. Okay. Cindy, you came, my office is home-based, and it was the pandemic. So when you entered this office space, what was your first thoughts? Because I know people are thinking, where am I going? Is it safe? And stuff like that, because we were really in that time space of the pandemic.
Well, actually, to answer that, I knew that antenatal class is normally a group. And when I came to your office for the first time, my husband was with me, actually.
Yes.
For me, it was a different setup, but I would prefer this type of setup, because not only did you provide a safe environment, it was a calm environment, and because of your experience, and it just made me also calm at that moment. Because I remember when we left our first session, my husband's first words was, she's really passionate about her work, and she knows what she's talking about, as if he knows what he's talking about, what it's supposed to be entailing. But I would really recommend it, because it's a one-on-one session. There's no judgment. and any questions can be asked at the end of the day, and you feel so comfortable, and you made it so comfortable for us, the environment also.
Yeah, yeah.
So that quite helped a lot at the end of the
Wow,
day.
wow, I'm so glad to hear that because that's my aim actually, to make it like very private, intimate, because having a baby is it's a wonderful thing, and it's a thing to share with your partner at that stage. Nafisa, what do you say about coming in here for the first time?
I actually just want to echo what Cindy stated. You know, when I initially went through your profile, like I stated before, I was quite impressed. And what attracted me the most is the fact that it's in the comfort of your home. So when I got in here, my biggest fear was I don't want to be amongst a lot of clever mummies, if I can put it that way.
Okay.
Because here I am with this 1,000 questions and 1,000 answers that I want back from the professional amongst a lot of people. So when I got here, I was relieved, to be honest.
Wow.
So that it's one-on-one. It granted me that platform to be able to ask whatever I want. And I actually, on that note, also want to thank you for your patience and for also being, because you know you were so informed. It actually put me at ease.
Wow.
And
wow.
I kept on saying, because I was actually telling my fiance, I'm not wearing a ring now, but I said, you know what, days before the marriage, so I want to go off the contraceptives because I want to conceive again. Jy gaan nou verstaan hoekom ek so lang ompad praat.
Yes, yes.
But my pregnancy was so easy.
Yes,
It was
yes.
so easy. And 'n groot gedeelte te danke aan jou, Linda.
Wow, thank you
Because
so
really,
much for that.
You've answered a lot of my unanswered questions. If I had to walk this journey alone, and klink asof ek jou nou aanbid nou, forgive me if I'm doing that. I really don't know if I would have enjoyed my pregnancy if it was going to be as easy as it was. Really, you were so informative, you were knowledgeable, you were passionate, and I could, when I was in your house with the sessions, you immediately made me feel at ease.
Wow.
So I just want to thank you for that.
Oh, thank you. That was you very welcome. Because that's my aim with my practice. I want it to be different. I want a different angle to it, and I want people to enjoy. And I don't want somebody to go home with an unanswered question, or a question that is not being asked because of the fact that it's a big group. And that is my reason for having my education and my sessions one-on-one. All right. Thank you so much, guys. We're going to the end of this because you've actually answered all the questions. And then the breastfeeding side. Just one line sentence about how did you experience my assistance on that?
You know, for me, Linda, at first breastfeeding was just a total nightmare. Starting from the hospital, those sisters and nurses bugging me because, you know, they won't release you if the child isn't. So for me, I couldn't wait to get out of hospital because I know I was still due for those sessions. It was a total nightmare. The one sister even said that, Mommy, I think your baby is colic, but then the other sister said, no, it's because she's not latching right. So I was excited to come and come for the sessions because unfortunately my child left I only breastfed for the first 3 months. But for the 3 months that I did, I breastfed. It was such a joy, if I can put it that way. I really struggled on my own. In hospital, you know that the sisters, they have a lot of work. They can't be with you all the time, teaching you or guiding you as to how you should go about holding the baby and that type of thing. So really those first couple of days in the hospital was just a nightmare. I couldn't wait to come for those sessions.
Oh, yes.
So it helped a lot.
Thank you.
and I
So
will-
yeah. So you think this is where I should keep on doing
Yes,
this and putting in my
definitely.
packages for that assistance of because it's not everybody that can just come and latch and go on. And I understand that being a midwife and a mother, I understand. I perfectly understand. Because even I have like midwives having my assistants. So thank you so much, Nafisa. Cindy, you have something to say about that?
Maybe to add on, Sister Roscoe, is that for me that stood out most of your practice was the postnatal care.
Wow.
Yes, you were not only just a midwife for us, you became actually part of the family. You know that. It was the case of my daughter would be, is Sister Roscoe coming tonight? But for me, that stood mostly out because, yes, it's my second child. You would assume it will come naturally, but it didn't come naturally. And the fact that Sister Roscoe was part of that journey and assisted us, it helped quite a lot. And she not only assisted us in terms of pregnancy related, but she also assisted us in terms of life lessons. And she also taught my husband certain things that he never knew in terms of this is it's not only mommy's job, that he needs to also do a certain part. Yes, the postnatal care for me, it was an amazing journey. And even after that,
The visits?
yes, the visits after that, I still remember and I will cherish it forever. And we as a family is really grateful for having you in our life.
Thank you so
There's
much.
always, it's just a phone call or WhatsApp away, and she's always ready available to assist.
Thank you so much. You're very welcome. I enjoyed being with you guys. I really enjoyed it. For me, it's like I said, it's not a job, it's my passion. And I believe that's a calling. I believe that's my calling. So, Nafisha, I know Cindy and Nafisha, this session is actually too short for everything that I know you want to speak about. But thank you so much for your time. Thank you so much for helping me with this because I need people to understand that there is help out there. There is people that can assist them. They don't have to struggle on their own. And I also want people to understand that for me, it's the understanding the individual's needs and not just being the midwife and straightforward the professional and send people home, and then you have that restless feeling of I wanted to do that, I wish you could do this, I wish you could. So I actually try my best to actually go over and above what is the book saying, and everything is my experience. And I think maybe that is the fact that made my clients enjoy it. So I really hope to see from you again, like you say,
23.
and most probably the sun that come. But thank you so much.